I'm Joe.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Bourbon Boys. Let's pour a glass. Welcome back to the Bourbon Boys. We're here. I don't know when this is going to air, but
Probably in the new year.
the Buckeyes are
yeah.
playing Georgia tonight for a chance to play in the national championship game. So this is New Year's Eve for us. So this probably won't play on New Year's Eve. I'll either be happy or crying by the time this comes out. I don't know, but I'm supporting them there.
We'll see.
We have Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond today. This is a 7-year whiskey, and it's about $50 a bottle, and hard to find.
Yes, it is.
It goes off the shelves very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Not the most sought after, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and pour this. This replaced a number of years ago. They used to have a 6-year Heaven Hill that was like $15 or under $15 a bottle, and it was so good. It was only sold in Kentucky. It was so good, and they got rid of that. They didn't have anything for a minute, and they replaced the 6-year with a 7-year version and made it bottled and bond, and upped the price. I think it initially at $40, but it's $50 now at retail. So,
jeez.
But
Okay.
It's interesting. I think
we'll see if it's.
I've had this before. Have you had? You haven't had this one,
I don't think I've had this one.
So interesting on this, it's mostly corn. It's like 60 or like 70% corn. I think it's 12, whatever it comes out to. It's 12% barley, malted barley, and only 10% rye. So a very low rye.
Okay,
the barley's actually higher than the rye on the mash bill, but mostly corn. Oh, it's got nice.
Very sweet.
The nose is subtle,
mm-hmm.
I think. And it's just like a traditional bourbon notes of caramel, vanilla, and just not a lot of oak, a little oak. Oh, man.
Okay.
I do really enjoy this one. I wish it was easier to get. $50. Dude, can you imagine something similar to this? I think they were almost the same, really. Just one extra year in the barrel, but same mash bill and everything. It was almost exactly the same as 6-year one, but for like $15.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Hell, even 20. I mean, go some inflation, because that was back in the mid-teens. That's like 8-9 years ago. But, oh, it is mostly sweet, which I guess I'd expect. Not a lot of spice.
Yeah.
But it's sweet, but it's just deep, rich caramel. Oh, just a ton of flavor coming through. Caramel and brown sugar. Warm.
Mm-hmm.
Winter.
This very warm, yeah.
Yeah, just a warm feeling. The 100 proof. I love the bottled and bonds, because you can compare.
Yeah.
The actual. Right.
Equal. Relatively similar.
Right.
Yep.
So you can kind of get a real distinction between the flavor profiles of the different distilleries. So right at that 100 proof. And it usually delivers enough. Doesn't really generally taste. I never really get a bottled and bond that you think, well, that's really watered down tasting.
Right, yeah, with the 100 proof. There's a little bit of spice right in the initial sip there, but not much.
Just enough spice to kind of balance out the sweetness, but
It's good.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll finish these off. Maybe a little more. Maybe an extra glass. We'll find out. Yeah. Welcome back. We finished this off. Had some nice talk while we were off air, right? We talked about fixing your basement.
Yeah. Still big hole in my wall.
Maybe it's warm today. Maybe having a cigar here in a minute, right? Thinking about doing that. Yeah. Maybe have another glass and a cigar. But back to this one here. Where are you coming in on this one, Ben? What are you feeling on this?
It is very tasty. Like I said in the first half, the spice kind of hits you right on the front, and then the rest of it is just real sweet, vanilla, caramel, all the good stuff we like in the bourbons. So, for flavor, I think I'm going to give this. I think I'm going to go with a 4.
Really?
It's pretty good.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty. I do enjoy it a lot.
Pretty good.
That's okay. Where are you coming at $50? What are you saying on this
Now,
one?
yeah, with the 50, I mean, it's a little. I mean, with the story you told, it's kind of disappointing. We can't get the same thing for like 20 or $25, but I think you're getting what you pay for, maybe a little bit more. So I'm gonna go with 3.5.
Okay.
For the value.
I enjoy this a lot. I really like it. I don't know that I would put this up with some of my favorite bourbons, but it's certainly, like I said, the finish is nice. It's a medium. It's not super long, but I just finished right before we turned the camera on my last little sip, and I'm still getting a little bit of the flavors from that, and I enjoy the longer finishes. I think I'm going to give it a 3.5. Like I said, I don't know if I put it right up there with some of my like 4 plus, like my very favorite ones. I really do enjoy it. I wish it was available. If this was readily available, I would have this stocked all the time. This would be a regular for me because I like those warmer notes, especially in the winter time. It's a nice change up from some of the more fruity forward ones that I like. And I drink a lot. This is a nice mix up, and it's very enjoyable. I wouldn't argue with the 4 on that. The $50 value, I'm going to say that's probably right where it should be. So maybe a little better. I mean, I've had $50, so I'll give it a 3, like 2.5 being like right there. I'll give it a 3 on the value.
Sure.
I don't know that I would pay more than retail for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I might if I saw a bottle, I'd pay a little bit more, like 55 or 60 for it, just if I was out of it and I was craving it or something.
I hadn't seen it in a while.
But I'm not going crazy hunting this or pay. I mean, I don't pay a lot for any of them, but I just wouldn't pay much over retail. At $50, it seems to be right, probably in its price range. If this was $25, I'd buy 2, 3 bottles at a time, probably. And like I said, it would be a regular. I just don't know if it's good enough to really like chase after.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. It's not something you go and seek.
Right. If you see it, it's available. You can get it at retail. I would definitely get a bottle of it. Because it's very, very good. And it's a good traditional bourbon. Heaven Hill has a lot of budget bourbons, I think, that have this similar profile, not quite as good as this one. Not the sweetness doesn't come through, but you still get the warmer tones and notes from it. I think Heaven Hill does a great job in putting out some very readily available budget bourbons that are quite tasty.
Yeah.
I wish this one was in the budget bourbon realm because this would be the king of it, probably.
Yeah, that'd be the winner for sure.
Like I said, this one and then the Weller Antique, if you get that for $30, those two would be like the. And I know I'm reminiscing way back then, but it's okay. Yesteryear, it doesn't happen, but. Even at the current price points, those are both $50. They're worth $50. Yeah. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with the price point on them. Quite tasty.
I agree.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Right?
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. Good luck. We'll see you next time.